I am a big fan of Giannis Antetokounmpo from everything that I know. As a basketball player, from what I see and know is off the court, his story, his family standard, his loyalty, and the way he attacks his work. I would be very upset if I was one of these other teams, at him and the Bucks, because it feels like a lot of time was wasted.
It does.
Now, they had a lot coming at them at once, right? I can only imagine what it's like to field 8-9 offers. You know what I'm saying? We can make this a 3-team trade over here. We could do this, and then it's is your guy. But again, we're seeing off of the Bulls. We're seeing the price you pay when you wait.
Yeah.
We're seeing the price you pay when you wait. And then, like you talked about earlier, the report of like teams hitting them up and say, hey, man, just wait till the summer. But this is never, Giannis Antetokounmpo was never going to be a 9-team race.
Yeah.
Players of his magnitude, it's always a 3 to 4 team. So what you got at the deadline is what you're going to get at the summer. And yeah, maybe the Miami Heat can add a couple of more extra things in the summer than now. But then Giannis has a little bit more control because he becomes on the last year of his deal. But yeah, I really feel for like the Timberwolves, right? There was a report that, hey, if the Timberwolves can't get Giannis, they'll pivot to James Harden.
Yeah.
They missed out on that. Mm-hmm. There was somebody wanted Anthony Davis. The Warriors or something like was attached to Anthony Davis. But all of the teams who was trying to get him, they not making their moves until now. The Timberwolves just got Io. Thank goodness. The Warriors made all of those moves at like 11 o'clock last night. Yeah. And then the Miami Heat have not done anything because everybody's attention, rightfully so, was on Giannis. And now everybody has been gone. Everybody's kind of gone now. And it feels like...
yeah, it seems like everything is coming out. Everyone's removing their hat from the Giannis sweepstakes. And it is kind of deflating because I thought he was going to be like the biggest domino that kind of made everything happen. But everybody got impatient and said, we're not going to just wait on this Giannis trade. So everybody just started making moves. Mm-hmm. And like, I thought that Giannis would have definitely been dealt. It seemed like the writing was on the wall. But then he also came out and said, I want to win a championship here. So like, it seems like he's always on the fence, but he doesn't want to put his foot all the way in. Mm-hmm. And I think at some point, he's just going to have to put his foot all the way in and just say, hey, I want to be out, or hey, I want to stay. Because honestly, if you want to win, you're not winning in Milwaukee anytime soon. So winning can't be your main priority if you're talking about you want to win a championship in Milwaukee.
And now, as we do the show, we're getting reports that like the Bucks are engaging with the Grizzlies about Ja Morant.
Yeah.
And right now, live as we're talking about it, good. I'm glad we decided to go with this topic. Bucks don't feel pressure to trade Giannis before the deadline.
This is just two. This is a player in an organization that just doesn't want to let go, and I think the reality of it was the gravity of the situation. It's hard to get this deal done in a timely manner. This is not only an All-NBA player, MVP player, champion, Finals MVP. This is the best player in your franchise history. It was going to take a little bit more than I think, than a few weeks to get it done. And I kind of put it on the Bucks too.
Yeah. I can't just put this all on Giannis.
Yeah. I mean, I think the writing was a little bit on the wall after everything kind of happened with Damian Lillard and him going down. You have to make the moves from Miles Turner. This roster just wasn't really that good. Yeah. The only time they were good was when Giannis, one of the best players on the floor, or best players in the world, is on the floor. Besides that, this team was mediocre. This team was not even a play-in team.
Portland was in the sweepstakes, but then apparently Giannis' agent told them, we don't feel inclined to sign an extension there. So they would probably have been a one-year rental unless they won at a high rate, and then they convinced them to stay. So it's kind of a gamble for the Blazers to actually go all in.
Yeah, they shouldn't do it. I'd rather just keep the picks and get 1.5 years of Giannis.
Yeah.
It's almost a gamble for him, too. That's one of the things I don't like about the trade deadline. It's like a lot of fluff stuff comes out, and I think it's for the casual fan. Because we look at this, and we like, why would Giannis Antetokounmpo go, the Bulls?
Yeah.
What is the difference in the Bulls? Like, I understand there are some differences, right? Mm-hmm. But, like, for him to be so loyal, if he's going to leave, it should be to go team up with Anthony Edwards. It should be to go play with Steph Curry. Yeah. But, like, to go to the Bulls and It's him in like.
It ain't nothing but a new city. Like,
It's a new city.
And it's literally down the street.
And it's
too.
down the street. The teams don't even do. I know we're past old school rules and things like that, but I guarantee that's one old school rule that is going to stay in place. You're not going to trade across waters to the same division. That's just not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not going to, unless you're getting back. Like if the Pistons like, here, take Cade, then yeah, the Bucks will be like, oh, okay, hell yeah, let's do that. But like, we're just gonna give you draft picks. No. But I've been seeing all type of stuff and all type of reports. Like,
It's because he was at a Greek church in Chicago while the Bucks were
crazy?
This
playing.
is normal.
And I'm just like, he just came to church.
the Portland reports, but outside of them having the Bucks picks, didn't get it. Dame is coming off an Achilles injury. It's not a crazy market. It's a gamble for both sides.
Yeah.
He's gambling too. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what Dame is gonna look like fresh off an Achilles injury and everything like that. So I don't know, man.
I was very excited to see him with Anthony Edwards. I thought that was because
Yes.
a part of them traded Mike Conley to the Bulls.
Yeah, it felt
so
like there it is.
So like they can open up a roster spot so they can acquire Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, that was for them to acquire Julian Phillips, obviously.
And I was like, man, it's about to happen. But I guess Minnesota couldn't find another team to help make the pot a little bit more interesting for Milwaukee. But maybe that can happen in the offseason. Who knows?
Were y'all able to see? Did you have anything to add?
All of this makes sense to me. I never really thought that the deadline was super realistic for all the reasons I've laid out over the last couple of weeks on the show. It does suck because we want, like, the content is so juicy if one of the top 3 players in the world gets traded. But I just don't think it made sense for a lot of teams to put all of those assets on the table in the middle of the season. And here we are. It seems like that might
maybe
that
for
might be the
Milwaukee,
case.
some team panics in this offseason. They come up short and they like, we gotta just throw everything at Giannis.
But at that point, you got to hope that Giannis signs off on it because again, he'll have he still has the power and control now, but he'll have even more power and control. Did y'all see that a lot of trades went down yesterday because of the Mark Williams trade from last year? So teams wanted to allow themselves to have breathing room to process everything because if you do the buzzer beater trades and something doesn't come back like a physical or whatever, it's done. You can't rework it.
No, I didn't see that, but that makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of
We
sense.
got a lot of trades yesterday, so we cannot have.
So you're saying that
another-
2 o'clock gonna be dead because everything.
I'm anticipating it, yeah. And if it isn't, I'm anticipating something like very small versus like, you know.
The Giannis trade.
How will y'all feel about y'all favorite team's deadline so far? The Lakers have only done this small
we
move.
just
that
got
you
Luke
mentioned.
Kennard, which
And then you got
Let's talk.
Dalen
Let's talk.
Terry. Yeah, let's talk.
I didn't understand the trade. Me and you was in a group chat texting like, what the hell? They did say that he has a player option, I guess. The Knicks
he
were like,
does.
hey, we'll take
Yeah,
Dalen Terry.
the Knicks won the trade.
So we know we could just let him go,
Yeah.
right? But in real time, before thinking about all of that, I definitely looked at my phone like, what are y'all doing? Y'all just doing
and
something.
didn't
to
even
do
get
it.
like a breaking from Sean. It's just like Yahoo
Yeah.
just got traded to the Bulls for Dalen Terry.
It's like he come here and he start hooping again.
You know what I think the Bulls are thinking?
I'd be happy for him. I
would too.
wouldn't even be salty.
I think that's what they're probably hoping for.
That he come here-
plays well enough that somebody be interested in him in the offseason, or that rumor that he wants to go play overseas again.
Yeah.
And
He'll just decline that option at the end of the year and just walk anyway. So expiring for expiring.
Yeah.
But the Knicks probably don't want to take that chance. I don't know. I feel like the Bulls did such a good job on those first 2 trades between the Vucevic, basically us getting the 32nd overall pick and then getting in on Jaden Ivey while his value is super low. But since then, every single trade I've kind of like grimaced at. Because I like that we're trading all these guys, but I hate it because we waited a year or 2 years too late. Where Kobe White would have been worth a first. We were offered a first for Kobe White last year. Gone. We were offered multiple firsts for Alex Caruso a couple years ago. Gone. I'm assuming Ayo with 2 years left is worth more than 4 second-round picks and players that you don't care about.
Hit subscribe for more news, highlights, and analysis from the NBA on NBC.